Hi there, Steve Kaufmann. Today I want to talk about words, the importance of words and how many words we need. It's a subject that comes up regularly. I came across a very interesting article, and in fact, I'm going to write a blog post about it. Might have it up next week. I've just started writing it. We need lots of words. Essentially, in order to learn a language beyond the sort of very superficial social level, we need a large vocabulary. The best way to acquire that vocabulary, in my opinion, is through a lot of reading and reading things that are meaningful. And in fact, historically, that's how people learned languages. And what we discover when we start reading things that are interesting to us, not just textbook material, in fact, you need a lot of words. And the vast majority of language courses don't enable the learner to acquire a sufficient vocabulary to go out and read a book. And I believe that in any of the languages that I have learned, I want to get to where I can read books of interest to me, history, literature, whatever it might be, that I can without difficulty and enjoyably read things that interest me. To do that, you need a lot of words. And there is this myth about that if you have 1,000 words, you can cover just about any context in the language. It's simply not true. Apparently, according to research, 100 to 150 words will probably cover, in most languages, up to 50% of the words in any given context. However, once you get beyond that, the words are less and less frequent. In fact, the less and less frequent words appear very much less frequently. And so the example was given in James Joyce's Ulysses, for example, which apparently has a total words of about 250,000, but uses 30,000 different words. So you would, in order to understand every word in Ulysses, you would have to know 30,000 words. Now, research has shown that as long as you have about 98% of the vocabulary in any given text or book, you can read it quite comfortably. I mean, unless you're working on the internet with access to an online dictionary or using it in Link, as I do for most of my language learning, where I can cope with texts that have, say, 20% unknown words because I'm saving them and I'm going to encounter them again, and the whole process is helping me learn them. But I want to get to where I can just pick a book off the bookshelf and read it, and for that I need to have 95, 98% coverage. Now, it's been shown that in many, many books, words that only appear once, twice, or three times in the text may account for 30 to 50% of the words in that text. So you're going to be meeting a lot of rare words. So the unfortunate, in a sense, what is it called again? I've forgotten. The corollary of the fact that high frequency words account for a high percentage of any text is that you need a lot of low frequency words in order to make sense of the text. And since reading is so important to building up our fluency and our ability to understand, and especially if you combine it with listening, therefore, a focus on vocabulary and comprehension is much more important than the traditional approach of teaching people some grammar and a few basic words and hoping that they can somehow make it in real situations. They can't. Thank you for listening. Went on a bit long today.